Welcome to my review of my own build of a skinning neck knife. It is a neck knife, but it can also be worn on a belt, horizontal carry, or as a neck knife by putting a lanyard through these two holes. I built the knife from, I guess I shouldn't say from scratch, from blade. So I purchased a spring steel, this is 5200 steel, that is also known as ball bearing steel, and has been widely used to make knives due to its toughness of the steel, the ability to hold the wicked edge, and ease of sharpening. It is extremely prone to corrosion. That would be one of the downsides of the steel. It is a better steel for your knives, I believe, better than 5160 steel that is actually used more commonly than this spring steel. One of the reasons being that this is harder to grind and work with. So I purchased the blade separate. It did not have this exact shape on the handle, but close to it. And I added the handle to it and made a sheath. This is my first and only 5200 steel knife. Actually, I don't have another one. As I said, not that common, not easy to come by. I wanted to make other knives similar to this out of that same steel. I went back to that same store and I wasn't able to source the blades, so maybe they don't make them anymore. So I wanted a small knife, a neck knife, and one to be your all-arounder around the camp for smaller food prep, kindling preparation, and most importantly for skinning and handling meat, smaller prey, of course. But you can skin any size of animal with this type of knife. I have spent a lot of time on the handle. So as you can see, it is made out of a variety of pieces. Has two through holes where this decorative pin is epoxied through, and this lanyard hole is also a stainless steel tube that's also a through hole and glued in, and that is what holds the knife scales onto the blade, the tang. The difficult part of this is to make sure that these are aligned and in proportion. And it's a 3D shape, all done by hand and by eye. But it is very proportional, very comfortable. It is not a full handle. It is supposed to be 3-finger grip where you hold down the blade with 2 fingers, your thumb and pointing fingers, or like this, depending on what you're doing. For skinning, most likely you would be holding it like this. It is a very good shape and size for the purpose, for the intended purposes. This is micarta, brown micarta. The liners are 1 millimeter thick green G10, and this is a honeycomb epoxy material for a variety of things, but also commonly used for knife scales. So if you want to buy this similar material, which of course you have to sand it down, it doesn't come in any specific shape, it's just a slab, similar to your G10s and micartas that you may buy for knife scales. I actually bought a piece about 6 on 6 inches, 6 by 6 inches, and I've made a variety of decorative inlays and pieces, whether on knives or the ferro rod handle, etc. They cost a lot. This material, about 6 by 6 inches, will be about 50-60 USD, but well worth it if you're not using it excessively. You can make a lot of knife handles out of one slab, so long as you're not using it for the entire shape of the scale, like I've done here. The patina that you see on the blade is actually done by vinegar. So what I've done is I gifted this to a friend who does skinning often, and I gifted this skinning knife to him, explained that this is carbon steel, it will rust, please keep it dry, keep it lubricated inside the sheath, etc. But quite soon he told me that the knife rusted. It was not lubricated, and he kept it in a moist area. So, and it was inside the sheath, so it did rust. You see that black texture there? There is a deeper level of rust that I did not want to grind out. I just cleaned the rust and then put wet a towel that I put vinegar on. The vinegar gives it this patina, but if you leave it for too long, it will rust it. So once it reaches your desired texture and color, you need to take it off, wipe it down very well, dry it well, and then it will keep this patina. Kind of protects it from quick rust, but it will still rust just like usual, so you still need to keep it lubricated and dry inside your sheath. So I'm quite happy with how the knife came out, and so is the new owner. An additional mod that I do on my knife handles is to add some luminescent powder mixed with paint. This was a rather poor attempt. It was my first attempt. I redid it a couple times, which is why there is these border lines between the first application and second application, but it serves the purpose just fine, as I will now demonstrate. You see how it lights up, gets charged with UV, so you should not have a hard time locating this in grass. If you happen to drop it in grass, it illuminates, so it will be charging up from sunlight during the day. That's it for this review. Thank you very much for watching, and please like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more content. Thank you.